Soul Station here with the Spiritual B. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the subject matter of hate. This is session 2, lesson 2 on the subject of hate. If you remember last week, we discussed the loose side of hate and we discussed the gill side. We touched a little bit of the gill side, but what we didn't do, we didn't touch bases on the cool side of hate. We call the cool gel. That is the center of our love. Jesus exemplifies love, the cool gel. So what we're going to do, we're going to begin with the loose side of things, and we're going to start with Proverbs 9 and 8. So if you have your book or your Bible, the Book of Myths and Truths, as I call it, it's one of the greatest books ever. We're going to go to the Old Testament, and we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, okay? Proverbs, Job, Psalm, Proverbs. And we're going to go to chapter 9. Okay. And it says in verse 8, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke not a wise man, and he will love thee. Okay, so the word scorn deals with, according to the Webster, a person who expresses contempt or disdain for someone or something. Okay, so let's go back over there again. Reprove a scorner and he'll hate you. So if you try to correct somebody that's a scorner, have a problem with issues, they'll hate you for bringing that truth. But if you rebuke somebody that's wise, that's advisable, they'll fall in love with you because they know that that knowledge saves them from certain issues and problems, okay? So let's go to the next chapter in 10. Proverbs 10 is just the next chapter, and we're going to look at verse 18. He that hideth hate, I'm sorry, let's start all over. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. He that hideth hatred, he hiding it, with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. Okay, so we see that is pretty much self-explanatory, because we know people have a lot of hidden hatred, and you may be surprised by the people who have a lot of hidden hatred for you. 9 times out of 10, it's people that you're the closest to, your friends, your family members, your siblings, okay? People can cover a lot of things externally, but on the inside, they are hating you. But why do they hate you? Okay, that's what we're going to go to in a minute. So let's go to Psalms 139. I'm getting ready to show you something, okay? We're going to go to Psalms 139. Let's go to Psalms 139. That's before Proverbs. That's the book before Proverbs. Psalms 139, we're talking about the subject of hate and different issues surrounding hate. They say we shouldn't hate. Why shouldn't we hate? What is hate? And that's why we are here, to define hate. Because I feel like, and I believe and think that whatever you are, you should know what it is that you're doing. Whether it's agreeable or not, whether it's a dichotomy or not, you must have clear understanding of something before you can live it, right? So, if you're going to be a hater, at least know what it is. And we are learning some of that just through this particular book, okay, through the Bible. So we got 139, and we're going to go to verses 21, and we're going to do verses 22. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Okay? And that was David talking when he was going through those trials and tribulations. He said, do I not hate them, O Lord, that hate you? I hate them. And am not I grieved with those that rise up against you? I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. So we see David's demeanor in all of this. Something's going on. And he feels like them bucking up against him is fighting against the Lord, because he's in his calling, right? He's in his calling. So let's go to the cool jail. Now we're in the center of hate here, okay? We're in the center of hate, and we're going to start with Matthew 5. Jesus is love, right? So let's see what he has to say. Matthew 5, and we're going to verses 43 and 44. Okay. So the scripture says, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your neighbors, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. Ooh. Love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. I think that's worthy of reading again. This is Jesus. You've heard that it has been said. Now he's pulling this from the past. We're going all the way back to the Exodus, okay? When we first started talking about love, okay? He says, ye have heard from the past that it was said, we're talking about a law, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. That was the law, okay? But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you, and persecute you. How can you do all of that? I mean, that doesn't even sound logical. To do all this to somebody that's treating you so bad. Why should I be this way with somebody that's hating me, treating me with disdain, despitefully using me, persecuting me, which to me are all ingredients of hate. But I can't hate them back, according to Jesus. But watch this. Okay, so we're going to go to Luke 14 and 26 first. Luke 14 and 26. We're not there yet. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Luke 14 and 26 says, if any man come to me, I'm sorry, let's go to Romans 7 and 15. Hold on, Romans 7 and 15. I'm sorry about that. Let me get my notes. Don't you just love reality? You know, can't fake it. Okay, listen to this. Now, this is going to be a little difficult, and we may be touching on this subject as well. This is Paul speaking. Okay, Paul was struggling. He was struggling. Okay, and it take a lot of going back through this and really trying to understand his language to see what he's saying. But he says in verse 15, let me start with 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold unto sin. Sold under sin. So we're just going to throw that in the way. That's 15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. Why would you be doing something that you hate? Because you was taught something. You was taught to think a certain way. And maybe by his nature, it's something that he would normally do. It's in his nature to do it. But because he's been taught something and he see it as being wrong, he now hates it. But it's in his genes, if you know what I mean, okay? Hate. Why is he hating that which but what I hate, what that do I not, but what I hate that I do? Is he being forced? Okay, so let's get back to Luke 14 and 26, because I want you to see something. I want you to see this, what I call a shift. Luke 14 and 26. This is Jesus, the cool gel of our life. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. The shift. The shift. So before we get into the shift, we're going to go to this board right here, and we're going to kind of break down. So I gave you an assignment last time to brainstorm the word hate, right? We were supposed to be brainstorming the word hate, and I got it written here on the board. And I had you sit down and just put the word down and just think of everything that you thought hate was. We know it's disdain, right? We know it's disdain. I really, 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 really don't like you. Okay? What else is hate? You know, hate is disagreement, right? So we disagree. We don't think alike. Remember, because Jesus just said that if any man come to me and don't hate everybody, basically, if you don't hate everybody you associated with, even your own life, then you're not even worthy of following him. Hate is such a strong word. Why the shift? Because just yesterday you said you need to love your enemies, but now you're saying hate everybody to follow him. Right? What is hate? Because what I'm trying to get you to do is create an acronym for hate, or a backronym. It's called a backronym. It's when you take a word and turn it into an acronym. Okay, a backronym. So we're talking about different forms of hate, right? We have, let me see what I got here on my, we're dealing with conduct. Right? Hate is mean. A mean conduct. You see what I'm talking about? So this is basically how I'm trying to get you to think about what it is that you're living, what it is that you be feeling, how it is that you be thinking at times when things don't agree with you, or that you don't like, or has caused you pain. You see what I'm saying? Because you got some people that say hate is a strong word. You know, and you wouldn't know anything unless you have experienced it yourself. It's a strong word, but what does it mean? What does hate mean, since we're not supposed to be in it? But just right here, Jesus just told us that we didn't hate everybody. Brother, father, sister, mother, cousins, friends, even your own life. You didn't hate it. You were not worthy. It doesn't add up, right? And that's the part of hate that we're going to discuss next week. So hopefully you have done your brainstorming assignment. I want you to continue doing that, so that next week when we come together, we're going to really figure out what hate is, okay? And thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spiritual Beat. I can't wait to bring you the next lesson. So next time, take care of yourself. And remember, truth is about your happiness and your health. Hey, talented ones and cup bearers. Welcome to the Soul Station here with the Spiritual Beat. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you checked out the study lesson. Okay, good subject. But next week, we get ready to break some shit down. Okay, so make sure you are present next week. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I got somebody that's like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, just keep coming. You'll get it, you know. So you have to know, when you come to the Soul Station, I consider you all scholars. These are people who not just want to get information about where their life is going from, you know, well, right now we on the every 2 weeks-ish basis until I can get back to my weekly. Believe me, I miss my weeklies. But right now, other things are taking up that time and space. But yeah, Aquarius, I forgot what I was saying. On my mind, I went somewhere else. So yeah, hopefully y'all check that out. And please remember to support the soul station. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. And if you feel that, which I know it is, but you know, this is a beneficial station, please consider a love donation. And if you would like to do that, the information is in the description box. Let's go ahead and get started with your 3-card. No, we're going to start with your planetary lineup. Let's see what's going on externally and internally for mid-month, okay? Can you believe it's already the middle of September? It's like Christmas is already here. This year went by too fast. I feel like January was just here last week. Externally, we're dealing with Saturn in the Wands or Staff's energy. Internally, you'll be dealing with the Earth in Diamond or Pentacle energy. 63 may be of significance. 9 is the underlining number. Okay, great change. I don't know if it's for the good or for the bad. We're not going to say good or bad. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's destruction to restruct, or you're in the reconstruction phase of your life. Now, please understand that could be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. It could be monetarily. It could be financially. It could be in a lot of ways that this eruption has happened. We got Saturn here to teach you something, okay? And there's a lot of exertion here towards meaningful things, okay? Meaningful things that count, okay? Things that deal with family, things that deal with love and unity and marriage and nutrition and all of those motherly traits. You're being disciplined in that. I feel like for some of you, you're having to learn some kind of hard lesson, or you're having to be the teacher in this, or because there's something here that you need to master when it comes to the love. Because see, sometimes you can love a little too much. Okay? And then your family, your children, your friends, and people begin to take you for granted. I kind of feel like there's some feistiness here. You know? But it's out of love. But there's something needs to be better. Better management, you know, better nutrition, you know. We need to find a better way to talk to each other, a better way of how to manage the home. There's something here, but it's dealing with the feminine side of life, the motherly side of life, the matriarchal side of life. There's something that needs to be, you know, I need to bring this in. Like, we can't be doing this. We got to do this differently. You know what I'm saying? So you putting those aspects in place. You're making it more proper. Okay? This is being more proper. This is internally. And maybe you are internalizing this. And internalizing the changes and the things that you have to do this month in order to get to the better. And I see you making those plans. You have really good harmonizing plans, things that make you happy, things that make you feel good, okay? Things that get you that little extra. These things are bringing you, these may either you're dealing with your benefits, or this is going to be beneficial to you, whatever it is that you're planning or whatever you're working on, even through your job. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're purchasing, it makes you happy. Okay, gives you joy, gives you peace. It changes things. Whatever this is in your planetary lineup with executing love, executing joy. It's making a change. And it's giving you a piece. A piece of that fortune. You know, that mental piece. A piece of the pie. That financial piece. Whatever it is that you're going after. But whatever it is, I feel like it's home-based. I don't know if you work from home. You know, if you work through a company. If you work for yourself through the home. But it's home, family, children, marital oriented. It's domestic oriented. Okay? Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw these 3 cards. I've been on that a long time, haven't I? But you needed it. You know, I got to keep going until source say stop. You said enough. That's all I got to say. I'm also hearing seeing rainbows. Rainbows, particularly yellow and blue is standing out. Like a aqua kind of blue, okay? Like a teal blue, okay? Pink as well is standing out. What can you expect? Oh, little Miss Dainty here, okay? That's your expected energy or overall energy. It's coming out of the 8 of Swords this mid-month. And you have the 6 of Wands as an outcome energy. Your underlying energy is the horn. We got the judgment here. This is a call. I don't know if this is a literal call or some judgment that you're making. I told you was going to be feeling very joyful, okay? I feel like Saturn is definitely in the mix. Pluto also may be in the mix. You know, this stuff may have had you down in your head because I see all your energies coming out of this 8 of Swords. You didn't know how to make a move. You have not been, or you can expect to not be able to make a move. You're going to be at a standstill until you can figure something out, how to make this work. You know, it may be coming out of this. Then I take this as Swords. This is about you can't move forward until you can make it right. Something's got to be fixed. How I'm going to fix this? But you got to follow the steps. Okay? How am I going to get there? But you got to follow the steps. You know, when I say how you're going to get it, say for instance, you're traveling and you go on your GPS and it gives you the steps to how to get to where you're going, right? As opposed to them just talking it through the GPS. Okay, the steps. Okay. And I see that you're in the mind of taking care of yourself, taking care of your well-being. Okay, focusing on where you're trying to go, your hobbies, the things that you love, whatever that is. That's where your focus is. I also see you talking on the telephone while you're doing this. You may be trying to figure out how to work something out with somebody. Okay, because here's a call. Did I say somebody may be calling you? Did you need to be working? Yep, it's there. Yeah, this is to work something out. Some issues here. So probably, and I kind of feel like it's with the family or it's with feminine things. This could be about self-care. I really feel like for some of you, this is definitely about self-care. It is. A lot of this is about self-care. Your health, your well-being, your mental health. We've talked about the judgment. You may have even been in a depressed state, and now you realize something. You had a realization. God is good. I'm not going to be living like this no more. I'm not going to be living in the darkness. I'm not going to be living in the darkness. I'm going to be living in the light of my life, in the love. You got one life. It ain't that. Sagaru said something that was so. It's just, you hear it all your life, but sometimes it just take that one person. Sometimes when people have a certain kind of light, and when you have a certain kind of light, it's only a certain kind of light that can absorb you. And when Sagaru said life is brief, he didn't say short. When he said brief, that did something. And it's like, I kind of feel like you're at that place, like you're like, I'm not getting ready to be living my life in my head, carrying on the troubles of this work. No. I'm getting ready to live my bliss. I'm getting ready to live for me. I done served my family. I've raised my kids. I'm focusing on me now. After all it is, whatever it is that you had to work out, 1, 2, 3, like I said, it could be with your job, within the family, with the kids. I don't know with what you're trying to build. But I see you just so blissful. But I see you talking on this phone about these steps. But I feel like it's coming at a time, like maybe this needs to be done. I don't know if it's with your children or family members or your job, or I don't know. I feel like this conversation is necessary, but you in that energy like, I'm really not wanting to deal with this. I'm really focused. Like you listening, but your mind is somewhere else. You know how you be focused on your own thing, but you be having the phone and people like, you still there? You like, yeah, I'm still here. But you really focus on what you doing. You are self-distracted. You are self-distracted. You are into the you this mid-month. And you probably need that break after I'm seeing all these damn problems that have to be solved underneath, and some of them probably ain't even yours. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just the strain of the work day, for some reason, Saturn is waking you up to self-care, to nurturing. It's something about you exerting your energy that you need to hone in. Okay, you got to learn how to balance that out. Like I said, maybe this is a wake-up call. You're understanding that now. Something. Now, for some of you, this wake-up call, this call that you're getting, can put you on top. Even though I feel like you don't really want to be bothered with it at the time when you get this call, I feel like it's a necessary call, but it's the steps that you got to take, that you need to figure out, that can put you on top, that can get you recognized, that can put you on the map, that can get you selected. This may even be about leadership, leading the team, leading the group, like a leader, manager, whatever titles they have, even if this is a personal cause, because you may already be independent. You see what I'm saying? This sometimes represents making a complete 180. And that's how you get recognized. That's how you set it off. That's how you push upward. You know what I'm saying? But it's something about the steps here. What I consider logistics. That's got to be in place in order for you to really have something that will put you on top, because it works, right? You solved a problem. That's what it is. You solved the problem. That's what gets you paid. Solving problems. Okay? But for some reason, it gets you recognition. Now, that recognition could be through reviews. Okay? It could be through a higher position. But there is victory here. There is, let's say, some success. Victory in your word brings you success. Okay? Because it's something about the steps. Something about the steps. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and sum it. Your Saturn is on you now. Saturn is on you. Big Papa. Okay? I keep telling y'all, I had to learn myself. He likes the best. And one thing I know about Aquarius is they do excellent work. They do excellent work. Okay, they are the professional, the zodiac to me. You have more. You want more what? More money, more prestige, more power. Because that's power in your hand. When you're in leadership, you have power. Okay? You may have to stand tall. That's the underlying energy here. Tall. You know, stand tall. Or maybe it's a tall list, you know. Maybe it's a tall building. I don't know. Ooh. Dang. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your totem. What you can carry around with you, put in your pocket whenever you need it, whenever you feel like things are stressing you out, or you need to approach a situation a certain type of way, and you need a little help, you refer to your totem. Ooh, you got my mama, ladybug. Okay, some of you may also have a little Cancer in your chart. Y'all know that a ladybug is a beetle, right? That's what I call the Cancers, beetles. Okay, so you have the ladybug, and we know that the ladybug is very ladylike. Okay, she looks sweet, she speaks sweet. You know what I'm saying? But did y'all know that a ladybug a bite? And I'm going to leave it on that note. Thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spiritual Beat. You know I can't wait to bring you the next one. But until then, you know, just, baby, stay in your bliss. Right? You got this. And until next time, Hotep and one love.